It's like, hoy. I am excited to be here today on The Woody Show. I really am. It's terrific. All you nippling buttholers.
Tuesday Takeover, Menace's AI game, which we're going to get to. A couple things when it comes to AI. Dude, you know, back in the day, a last minute research paper for school, man, that was a pain in the ass.
Yep.
The worst.
Mm-hmm. But now students, they got a ton of options. They can use AI to cheat their way in. Just hope you don't get busted. But one of the biggest cheat tools out there is OpenAI's Deep Research.
Oh.
Which is, they say, perfectly designed to help students fake their way through a term paper unless they're asked to cite sources that don't include Wikipedia.
Oh, no.
So this is brand new, apparently.
Yeah, so
right?
released just this past weekend, Deep Research is able to generate long-form reports over the course of 30 minutes or more, depending on the depth of the requested topic. For all those prospective cheaters, though, they say it's important to note that there's been tons of research showing that AI programs getting facts wrong in their responses and whatever. So, you know, if you don't do anything, you just kind of completely trust it. Yeah,
it is.
Kind of screwed.
Well,
gotta
and
double check
as
it.
somebody who's back in school and has access to stuff that wasn't invented my first time around, I fear that we are going to churn out the dumbest people with the highest grades because it is so easy. And all you do is click a little button saying, like, I promise that this isn't cheating. And I'm old school. I don't even know how to use this stuff. So I'm doing the papers and getting the marginal grades. But everyone's getting these fake high grades. And, like, I don't want my doctor, you know, having fake high grades and graduating medical school. Yeah. So it's scary.
Well, a robot will replace them by then.
That's true.
Yeah, and I think for things like this, like research papers that are, or for stuff like Gina's doing, like that's not the kind of thing that anyone really cares about necessarily. Being
I
fake,
hope.
Being fake. Like you can't fake as a doctor, you can't fake
Fake
knowing
actual
anatomy and so on and so
figures in
forth.
science.
But if you're like writing, why did the so-and-so tribe leave the such and such
But would you need a doctor at some point? Like, because couldn't you just type in certain things? It'll tell you exactly what to do.
Well, what
and
are you
then that
gonna do?
person,
Well,
the
they've
person
already-
who answers
Exactly.
mole by yourself?
someone who's really proficient and just fluent in AI,
Yes.
like who has some kind of medical, like very basic medical
Training.
knowledge,
Yeah.
could just punch something in there and it'll tell you exactly what to prescribe or what
Step by step.
kind of
Already-
treatments.
Already
or,
done that experiment, and they find that AI is about as good. Like if you give it a situation, like, oh, Greg presents with such and such mole on his blah blah blah,
And herpes.
and his herpes is flaring up.
Stupid.
Yeah.
It's got a
Rampant
bump on
herpes.
With gonorrhea.
And AI is already as good or better. Again, not looking at Greg, but if you just tell,
Just
like,
telling what
Give him the
right,
scenario.
what the
right,
facts
it's
are.
already as good or better than doctors.
Also,
Yeah.
when Seabass said, you know, what Gina's doing, you know, not as important, I'm going to give him an example of how right he is.
Oh,
I'm in the middle of an anthropology class, and I just had to do an essay on the mating habits of soapberry bugs.
why?
Oh.
Soapberry
That's a great
bugs.
question.
it's how's that anthropology and not biology?
Well, it's because what's triggering this mating habit? Like once they're done with their lady, they stay on top of it and guard it so nobody else can try and get it pregnant.
Nice.
But that has to depend on how the ratio of female soapberry bugs to male soapberry bugs, and if they get it wrong, then they can't propagate their their bloodline.
And you're paying to do this because you have to pay the tuition.
It's insane.
That's so dumb.
They force kids to understand.
I don't hate that actually, because a lot of times when we find like some new thing, some little chemical that these bugs might have that we could use for something else. So I don't hate that.
For like
Well,
Viagra and stuff.
I'll show you. I'll give you my paper.
You never know.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
And now Seabass will try that with one of his slams. So he'll stay on top of
stay.
her.
Yeah.
So no one else can get
Make
a
sure
piece.
nobody can get a
Stay
sloppy
away.
second
Hot.
out of the whole thing.
Not for
Those
you.
bugs are just horny.
Yeah, some of this stuff, like this is not why I'm interested to use AI. I use AI for mostly just entertaining things. Like, so Mike the Show Killer, for
Yes.
example.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and this is not to start a whole like who loves Trump, who hates Trump. I don't care.
Is he talking to you yet?
But he hates Trump. hates.
It's his entire life.
I told you, and this goes back to first administration. He blew off his sister, and the husband, his sister's husband, is a big Trump guy, and so he couldn't even be in the same house with this dude.
Oh boy.
He would go there for Thanksgiving every year, and like now couldn't even go. because he hates Trump so bad. And
it has really defined his entire life.
It really has. He's become very one-dimensional when it comes to the stuff that he talks about. And anyway, so there's an AI app called Parrot AI. Mm-hmm. You've seen that before, right?
Of course.
Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Kathy Griffin, LeBron James. There's a ton
it's endless.
Yeah, Kathy Griffin. There's a ton of things on there. So a buddy of mine was talking about this app, and so I started messing with it, and it's a lot of fun. Stewie, you get other family guy, Peter Griffin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and so, it's good.
Yeah, so I start typing, and if you can type in the stuff correctly, like to really get the speech, nuance of how that person would sound, you could nail it. So I did one for Trump for Mike the Show Killer.
I'm sure he loved it.
And I sent it to him.
Oh no.
And this this is what it is.
Mike, listen to me, okay? I know you love me. You do. You really do. In fact, you love me more than any person has ever loved anything or anyone ever, okay? You love me more than you love vodka or even 19-year-olds who are only beginning to sprout pubes, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does he know me so
More
well?
than
What?
vodka.
Yeah, and so I'm having the best time because you can send people all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But I sent that to Mike the Show Killer, no response.
No.
Shocking.
Yeah, right.
I think that was your response.
Yeah.
But it's video, so it's like you're watching.
So weird.
Crazy.
Yeah, so the AI stuff's crazy. So Menace for his Tuesday takeover. We're going to do this right after the break.
Yes.
It's the AI game. Explain it to everybody, please.
The AI game, is the audio real or is it fake? So I do take celebrities or well-known people, and I do want to do the caveat of Woody and Seabass, save your answers for last because I want Gina and Greg,
people with less
Sam
experience in the AI
in
stuff.
the AI game to see if
Good
they
idea.
can figure out which one's
Smart.
real, which one's fake.
Okay.
So I'll have two pieces of audio from a famous person. You
One's
tell
the
me-
actual person, the other one's totally
AI.
AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Menace's AI game.
Yes.
Next on the to-do list here at The Woody Show. So the way he explained it before the break, let me see if I have this right.
All right.
You have, from each celebrity, 2 clips of them saying something. Okay? One of them is the actual celebrity saying whatever it is. The other one was completely generated by AI.
Correct.
We have to try to guess which one is AI.
Yeah, and it's a learning thing because you probably have a lot of parents that are getting got by AI on social media and they're thinking certain things are real when they're not. And, you know, we saw a lot of this when those wildfires were happening, all this fake video out there. And we're like, oh my God, that's crazy. And so it'd be fun to see in the room who can tell what is real and what is not.
Now you want Seabass and I to kind of take a break on this one.
Yeah, because I think, you know, you guys play around with AI a lot.
We
so
might
you
be too good.
You might
Yeah,
be too
we're
good
too
at
good
this
at it,
More
yeah.
familiar.
and you might sway the room. So I'd like
Okay.
to, you know, start with Gina, Greg, and Sammy.
Okay.
All right.
do it.
So this is clip 1, and it's Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. All right, here we go. Mark Zuckerberg.
Do food and drinks taste differently in space? And is astronaut ice cream a real thing?
All right. So that's clip 1,
Okay.
and here's clip 2.
I just walked in a store and the employee was like, please tell me you're not about to buy everything. And I was like, no, I just want some beef jerky.
Okay, so which one was generated with AI? Which one's the real Mark Zuckerberg?
Okay.
By the way, Menace, I can tell you, is not AI right now. I'm looking at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
He's
real.
carbon-based.
I'm for real.
Okay, I'll start with I think the first clip was AI. There was something
The space ice cream?
yes, something about the cadence that didn't sound as natural.
Okay.
Well, this is an interesting one to start with because, as so many people online say, Mark Zuckerberg himself seems AI, like in life. So this is kind of a trick question, I think, for the first one. I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to say, first of all, the fact that he laughed or showed any mirth can't be real because I think he is so robotic. So I'm going to say the second one's AI.
Mirth.
Don't know what that means.
Don't know either.
It's like
that mean?
whimsy.
Oh.
That's what they
But
make
he
baby
loves
do.
There's
But-
no whimsy.
Okay, whimsy.
I will say that you're talking about old Zuckerberg,
Oh, old
not
Zuckerberg.
the new Zuckerberg.
Not
Yeah, not
curly
the new
hair
Zuckerberg.
Cool
he's
curly
a
hair
cool,
The new one's a
yeah.
All
party.
right, Sammy,
Dude,
which
he's
one is
all
AI? Which one's real?
MMA out, yeah.
I agree with Greg. I think the first one is AI and the second one's real.
All right, so here's the first one.
Do food and drinks taste differently in space? And is astronaut ice cream a real thing?
Okay, here's the second one.
I just walked in a store and the employee was like, please tell me you're not about to buy everything. And I was like, no, I just want some beef jerky.
Now, I
Okay,
could be totally
All
wrong.
right.
Even the audio quality, the sound of
Yeah.
his voice is different.
It is tough
It's
to
a
tell.
deeper register in clip 2.
Yeah.
which one is the AI clip?
The AI clip is clip number 2.
Wow. Which,
So-
and you're right, it does sound, that
sounds-
one sounds more natural.
It does.
And
Wow.
so that clip, clip number 2, is actually a tweet by Mr. Beast. So I took a tweet of one of his tweets of something that he said that happened at a store,
Uh-huh.
and then I made it into
I'll
just
tell you
Mark's
what
voice.
the difference was for me wasn't the quality, it was the language used. I don't see Zuckerberg saying, I was like,
Yeah.
when he meant I said. And in the
Uh.
first clip, he said, does it taste differently, which is proper grammar. He used the adverb form. And a robot like Zuckerberg would think to do that.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So
All
that
right, so one for Gina.
Yeah, so that clip,
Nice
the,
work.
The
Thank you.
original
Good job,
clip of
Gina.
him actually talking, he was doing an interview with astronauts, like from space.
Okay.
All right,
AI game, celebrity number 2.
number 2 is Kanye West.
Oh.
All right, here's clip number 1.
In China, when you're 1 in a million, there are 1,300 people just like you.
Okay.
All right,
Clip number 2.
It was like a dog was biting my arm. I almost shed a tear.
Which one is AI? Clip
I-
number 1.
In China, when you're 1 in a million, there are 1,300 people just like you.
Or clip number 2.
It was like a dog was biting my arm. I almost shed a tear.
Have you guys heard the phrase uncanny valley?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a big, like,
Yes.
when you see like an AI, like face, or, like a face of someone who, there's just something off about it. There's just something that doesn't seem quite human. There's a little bit like, Valley of the Dolls or whatever. I'm getting more of that feeling from the first clip of Kanye on this one, because
Okay.
the other one has more personality. So I'm going to say the first one's AI.
Kanye was just in China doing shows, right, Menace?
he was.
All right.
Interesting.
Gregory, which one's AI?
I don't see him being in the situation for number 2, so I'm going to say number 2 is AI.
Okay. Sammy?
The voice sounded deeper in the first one. And I don't know if that means AI or not, but I think the first one's AI. But he said tear kind of weird in the second clip at the end.
Yeah.
So that kind of was like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't know.
Oh,
That
I
doesn't
didn't
sound
notice.
quite right.
Yep. Because sometimes an inflection will be off.
Right.
And you have
Yeah.
to just, even just by regenerating it,
And
you
Menace
can
may have,
you can get a different inflection.
and he may have trimmed these down a little bit. So
Sure.
that may,
Sure.
Oh,
All right.
that's true.
So again, clip number 1.
In China, when you're 1 in a million, there are 1,300 people just like you.
Okay. And then clip number 2.
It was like a dog was biting my arm. I almost shed a tear.
All right. Menace, which one is AI?
Well, Greg, I'm sorry you suck at this
I
game.
do.
Because clip number 1
Clip
was
number one was
AI.
AI.
Okay.
And it was a quote from Bill Gates.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, let's see. Next celebrity is.
Donald Trump.
All right. Donald Trump. There's a lot of great AI generators
Uh-huh.
for a guy who said a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they have a lot
Right.
to
So they have a
work
lot of
with.
material to like really perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the thing. You got to put in a bunch of stuff for it to get more perfected and
Uh-huh.
make it
Right.
sound even more. All right. So
Okay.
here's clip number 1.
As young guys, they were with their grandfather, and he would take them hunting in Czechoslovakia, and somehow they developed very well.
All right.
Okay.
Clip number 2.
Clip number 2.
I like McDonald's because they've done a lot to make a lot of healthy options for people.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
All right. Which one is AI? Clip number 1.
As young guys, they were with their grandfather, and he would take them hunting in Czechoslovakia, and somehow they developed very well.
And then clip number 2.
I like McDonald's because they've done a lot to make a lot of healthy options for people.
All right. Which one is AI? We'll start with you, Greg Gorey.
AI, I will say, is number 2. And
The McDonald's
you're right,
clip?
I suck at this. There's something, the The first clip sounded more natural to me.
And what does he care about health?
So I'm going to say number 2.
Well,
is
he
AI.
has come out to say that he would like to make America the healthiest nation
Okay.
As well,
in
RFK
the country.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was-
care
but
what the politics are. I always
that
respect.
could be.
Yeah, and he has the
from
Diet
something
Coke
like that.
button on his desk, which
The
I
Diet Coke
appreciate.
button. Oh, yeah.
Sammy, you want to go?
I think the first one is
The
AI.
first one's AI.
Yeah. Something about the quality.
Gina.
I think the first one is AI as well because of the teeniest, tiniest tell in the last second of the second clip. He always goes like this and like snorts in after his sentences. And I don't know that AI would have picked up on that. So I think AI is the first one.
All right. Clip number 1.
As young guys, they were with their grandfather, and he would take them hunting in Czechoslovakia. And somehow they developed very well.
All right. Clip number 2.
I like McDonald's because they've done a lot to make a lot of healthy options for people.
Menace, which one is AI?
Well, Gregory, you have redemption
Oh,
because
thank
clip
God.
2 was completely AI, and it was a quote from Mindy Kaling.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He did. The Czechoslovakia was perfect, but I got swayed by the little sniffle at the end of the other one.
That was an interview with Theo Vaughn.
Now, I got that one wrong, and the reason I was thinking it is because there's room tone, that little you hear.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Which I don't think AI would get, but apparently they did.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, in some of the AI clips, everything is at the same register, like the same energy. There's not a lot of
Fluctuation.
there's not a lot of
Yeah.
change. So everything is this, and everything is in that same tone. Everything is in that same register.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we
So
all got to
just-
get better.
Well, we're also this could be like a learning thing to try to maybe help you decipher which one
Right.
is
real,
and
which
which one
is
is
fake.
not.
Woody Show.
All right, let's see how this sounds. I just put a new one into this parrot AI thing. Let's see if we can hear this. Hold on. Here we go.
It's like, hoy. I am excited to be here today on The Woody Show. I really am. It's terrific. All you nippling buttholers should feel really great about how you're spending your time, okay? It's the best show.
That's
Now
amazing.
that
that
wasn't
pretty good?
Well done.
AI.
It's
that
like-
was
That was real.
that was the real thing.
that was legit.
Yeah.
It's like hoy.
Will you send that to
so
me?
dumb. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
All right, Menace's AI game. This is his Tuesday his Tuesday takeover.
Now we're educating people.
Again, this is a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
One is a real clip of the celebrity saying something. The other one is completely generated by AI, like that thing I just had.
Yes.
Right.
So you have to find out which one is real. And so we're going to have Gina, Greg, and Sammy go once again and figure out who it's going to, which one's real, which one's fake. And this one is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. All right. Clip number 1.
People now are looking at the day much differently than in the old days because now we have the lights, and you have technology.
All right.
All right. And,
Deep statement. Yeah.
and then clip number 2.
I built a chicken coop over the summer, and now I'm currently building a vegetable garden.
Oh, God.
I'm going to say the first one is AI because what he's saying is so wildly dumb that I'd like to think that he's like, we have lights. Like, I get it.
Okay. So you think clip number 1's the AI?
Yes.
Greg Goring.
I'm leaning to agree to that because maybe in clip 2 he was asked, hey, what are you doing these days? Because he's all old, you know? And he's filling his days with just building random stuff. But would he build a chicken coop? I kind of doubt it. I'm going to say, I just changed my mind. I'm going to say number 2 is AI.
All right. Number 2 is AI. Sammy?
I think number 1 is AI. Number 2 sounded more natural to me, but also I don't know if he sounds more natural as a person.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
And there's so many videos out there of him where they put his face and voice singing like Wham songs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so common.
Okay. All right. So
I'll say number 2 is AI.
clip number 1.
People now are looking at the day much differently than in the old days because now we have the lights, and you have technology.
Okay. And then clip number 2.
I built a chicken coop over the summer, and now I'm currently building a vegetable garden.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
Which one is AI, Menace?
Clip number 2 is AI.
Clip number 2.
We have the lights, so we have the technology.
He was talking about,
But again, it's
DST.
crazy.
He was doing the Ladder podcast, and he was talking about how, people, work at different times of the day now that we have technology, we have lights available.
We have lights. Okay.
We have the lights.
We have the lights.
The technology.
Technology.
And the chicken coop was a post from Brian Austin Green on how he built it.
Well, they're easy to get mixed up.
All right, let's do one more.
All right, the last one is Taylor Swift.
Okay, Taylor Swift. Here's clip number 1. Which one's AI?
Every step of my career, there's been people questioning whether I deserve to be there. So I feel like my whole career, up until very recently, was spent trying to prove myself to those people.
Okay, clip number 2.
I think I just had to learn how to just try to write music that I wanted to hear. That was like my primary goal in the studio. I don't care about beating anything that came before. I don't care how it charts or if the radio stations like it.
Okay.
Tough one.
I'll go first. I think the second one is AI.
The
Doesn't
second
even
one.
sound like Taylor Swift to me.
Ooh.
But this is the first person that I've known their voice.
Yeah, Greg,
Really?
you and I
Okay.
think, are just going
You didn't
blind here.
you didn't know Trump's or
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice?
Mark Zuckerberg.
I mean, I understand maybe not
Kanye.
Kanye as well or Mark Zuckerberg. For Sammy, I'm saying, but those other ones.
I don't want to hear it again.
All right, clip number 1.
Every step of my career, there's been people questioning whether I deserve to be there. So I feel like my whole career, up until very recently, was spent trying to prove myself to those people.
All right, clip number 2.
I think I just had to learn how to just try to write music that I wanted to hear. That was like my primary goal in the studio. I don't care about beating anything that came before. I don't care how it charts or if the radio stations like it.
Okay, which one is AI?
I'm going to say number 1 is AI because of the sentiment of what she said, and I think most people feel that way.
Okay, Gina Grad.
This is tough. I'm going to say that when you said that about the inflection, about how there's kind of a basement and a top, I think she had more inflection in the second one. So I'm going to say the first one's AI.
Okay, and you said the second one was AI.
They both sound like AI to me.
Which one is AI?
Clip number 2 is AI.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was actually Olivia Rodrigo, quote from her interview with NPR. So the first clip
these
is
are
actually
tough.
was Zane
Both
Lowe on
sounded
Apple Music.
identical.
And then when you're a billionaire, can you stop crying of the everyone doesn't trust me, no one believes in me? Nah, you've been really famous for a long time.
Yeah.
Settle down.
All right, well, that's the AI
Calm
game,
down,
everybody. Menace's Tuesday Takeover.
What's real? What's fake?
Who knows?
It is the Woody Show.
It's like, hoy. I am excited to be here today on The Woody Show. I really am. It's terrific. All you nippling buttholders should feel really great about how you're spending your time, okay?